back to your regularly scheduled program.
Hey there, cartoon lovers! Remember those glorious Saturday mornings where you'd wake up at the crack of dawn, bolt to the TV, and plop down in front of a feast of colorful chaos? The sweet smell of sugary cereal and the sounds of our favorite characters on Saturday morning. But then, the Children's Television Act of 1990 came along and, well, let's just say it wasn't exactly a cowabunga moment. More like cowabunghole.
Why do you do this?
I tried.
My bunghole will ask the question.
So what in the name of Bugs Bunny is the Children's Television Act of 1990? In a nutshell, it was a law designed to make sure our little rugrats weren't just zoning out in front of the tube, becoming boob tubes as they used to call them, but actually learning something. Ugh. The government thought, hey, let's throw some educational content into the mix. And while education is important, did they really have to mess with our cartoons? You see, this act mandated that broadcasters had to air a certain amount of educational programming.
Don't need no education.
They had to dedicate at least 3 hours a week to shows that were not just fun, but also educational, aka not fun at all. Who knew we'd have to learn about science from Bill Nye, the Science Guy, instead of just enjoying a round of G.I. Joe? Thanks a lot, Congress.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
They were like, yes, please. We want our kids to be smart and not just good at reciting the theme song to DuckTales. DuckTales! Woo! Well, you know. Come on. It's an infectious one. I mean, hell, there's tons of them that are amazingly addictive. Even Alicia Keys was singing fucking Gummy Bears. Alright, anyways, back to the thing here. Now you might be thinking, but SHNAST, you promised you'd tell us which political party, not parent advocacy group. Shut the hell up, I'm getting there. I want more of you to watch more of this video. It's not clickbait, but it's called showmanship, alright? So just fucking hang with me. Advocates for the bill believed that the TV landscape needed to be more enriching. But on the flip side, you had network executives and cartoon creators saying, whoa there, this is a slippery slope. Next you'll want us to teach math during Muppet Babies. Remember the theme song to Muppet Babies? My neighbors do. Well, anyways. Honestly. Okay, hold on. Honestly, I just think my neighbors had a problem with the fact that I was blasting Muppet Babies at 4 a.m. and the song was like, Muppet Babies! You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's a whole thing. It was either that or with the constant banging I was doing to the Hooters waitress all night. I don't know.
When you were much younger, you wish that you were playing.
Now, the networks argued that they were already producing a ton of content. I mean, have you seen how many times they reboot Scooby-Doo?
I've seen enough. Let's go back.
They claimed they didn't need the government breathing down their necks.
Stop steaming up my tail.
Plus, what happens to our beloved slapstick humor if we have to start throwing in algebra lessons? Whoop, 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 divide this! Somebody just gets their balls divided by a kick to the groin. Oh, yeah. Despite the debates, the act passed. And you know what happened next? We got a lot of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Sesame Street, which isn't bad, but we also lost some of the wacky, wild, nonsensical cartoons that we loved. No more mindless hijinks without a lesson? Come on. I need my mindless hijinks. You see me on the street corner with a cardboard sign. Hey man, you got any, like, mindless hijinks? So what's the takeaway here? Sure, education is important, But maybe there's a way to balance fun and learning without turning Transformers into Mathformers. We want kids to be engaged, but let's also let them enjoy a good old Saturday morning cartoon binge. In the end, while the Children's Television Act had good intentions, it left us missing those Saturday mornings filled with laughter, excitement, and enough sugary cereal to fuel a rocket ship. Shoutouts to you, Fantastic Max. So let's raise a bowl of Fruit Loops to the good old days and hope that someday our beloved cartoons can go back to being just that, pure, unadulterated fun. Until then, keep your remote handy, and may the cartoons forever be in your favor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and wait, hold up. I never told you which political party was behind this, because no Wikipedia article or ChatGPT searching will
point that out for you.
So let's go straight to the source.
It's
the
a
bill
long,
itself.
long wait while I'm sitting in committee, but I know I'll be a law someday.
So, who's behind the bill? Well, let's just take a look here. Here's the facts. It looks like this is the guy who was pushing it. Democrat. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't mean anything. That's just the person who presented it, right? That was, that was the main proponent pushing it. So let's see. Who else voted? Wow. Nothing but Democrats. Huh. When did Democrats get so fond of censorship?
Ain't got no car, but 24 booster shots in your arm. Oh, nothing. Be happy.
That's crazy. 4 Republicans. That's it? Only 4 Republicans voted for this thing? Alright, no matter what you think of Republicans in your own free time, you gotta admit, kudos to them for not supporting the Children's Television Act. If it had been up to Republicans, we'd still have Saturday morning cartoons. And this is proof. So now that we know Democrats overwhelmingly voted out Saturday morning cartoons, why? Huh. Who knows? Could it be because these cartoons taught us that evil masterminds would run organizations that try to take over the world, contact evil spirits, and have reptilian humanoids running things? Nah. You kooky. Could it be they didn't want kids to think about how some people actually want to try and take over the world?
Try to take over the world? To save it from the real supervillains.
And that's not all Democrats rallied against. They ruined Saturday morning cartoons and then went after video games. And I'll cover that next. Go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. And remember, censorship is akin to fascism, but also communism. And both are just words for totalitarianism. I don't care if you disagree with that. It's basically the same thing. People trying to tell other people what to do. And that's not okay in my book, folks. Viva la freedom!
What will you do without freedom? Will you fight?
I'm SHNAST, this is SHNAST-TV. Until next time, stay retro.
We don't need no thought control.
And let's make America 80s again.